This is Jake. I'm going to show you how to access your email on the web. So there are two ways to do this. You can click on the email button on the NSBSD homepage, it's just as simple as clicking that button, and it will take you to the mail client. So I'm also going to show you the other way. If you go to the website mail.nsbsd.org, it will take you here, and which is the same place as clicking this email button. So they're both the same thing, just I prefer to type the mail.nsbsd.org because it gets me there faster. I don't have to wait for the NSBSD page to load first. So you're going to type your login information for the school district email and click sign in. And your district email, including all of its folders that you've created and everything else, will show up here. I also want to talk about emailing groups of people or individuals. So within Outlook, it's actually pretty easy. So if you click on email, and let's say I want to email Chris Bass, I'm going to start typing his name, and there's the emails. Now, some people get into trouble when they start moving their mouse through here. It sometimes will highlight different people or people you don't want, or they try to click on somebody and they click on the wrong thing. So I tend to not use my mouse at all and use the arrow keys. So if I see here's the email address I want to email, then I'm not going to use my mouse to select it. I'm going to hit enter or tab, and that will select that email that I can email to. So there are also groups that you can email. So if I wanted to email Chris, but I also wanted to copy the entire staff at Apollo, then I'm going to start typing IPK. And these contact groups are listed for every school, not just Apollo. But you can see the top result here was IPK teachers. Well, there's also students, teachers and aides. So I can email that entire group of people as well. Like I said, there's one of those for every school. So I can type HMS. The key thing here is patience. You've got to wait for that to load. So some people will start typing and they'll say, oh, it's not pulling anything up, but you just have to give it a minute. So BHS, here is BHS staff, students, teachers, all that stuff. There are also district level group email lists, and those district level lists are just usually NSBSD, and I can even start typing the second part, staff, and it should pull it up. So again, the key word here is patience. If it's not pulling anything up, it probably means that there isn't anything listed under that. Oh, look at mine. It took forever, but there it is, NSBSD staff. So I could email everyone in the school district, which I don't recommend, but unless you have a destined purpose to do so. So anyway, those group lists exist within Outlook very easily. But the reason I bring it up now while I'm talking about webmail is because it's pretty cumbersome to use them on the webmail. So if I click New, and if I let this load, sometimes your most frequently used contacts will show up here. So Chris Bass, his was there. But other times it's going to take forever to load a name here. So you can click this To button, and it's going to load up the directory, essentially. So we'll give mine just a second because I have terribly slow internet. And when it loads up the directory, you can highlight an individual and insert their name into this To field. So it's not as user-friendly, but it is an option. So rather than wait for this, I think I'm just going to close out of it, just because it's so ridiculous. But you can see how much easier it is to use within Outlook. But in a pinch, if you need to email someone and you're not sure what their email address is, you can load it up simply by clicking on that To button, and it will bring up the directory and you can select somebody's name. So that's it.